Warning: the following audio podcast may include language of an adult, nonsensical, repetitive, and quite frankly, moronic nature. On the plus side, if you watch the video version, you get to see two sexy motherfuckers. Enjoy the show.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 134, we discover the worst seat you can sit in on an aeroplane. We go boldly where no man has gone before in this week's movie review. Quite frankly, the most egotistical dumb world record and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush. Hey, Kush, how you doing, buddy?
Well, apparently I'm doing my best U2's The Edge impression. So, Kush, the Margin Hayes, coming all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60. It's the Waffle Box, the People's Podcast, celebrating the best part of Wednesdays. You accept no substitutions. You love us because we do this. We do this because we love you. What's good, producer Latham?
Evening, fellas. Just as we were about to record, a random thought popped into my head.
Ooh.
So, everyone talks about the Irish stereotype that they love to drink. But why does nobody discuss their drug issues? Without fail, every conversation you have with an Irish person, they're bringing up how much they love the crack. Why is no one talking about this?
All the Irish guys I know are more speed and coke, but yeah, I'm sure some of them have done crack.
They do say that, though. They go, "Oh, I'm just doing it for the crack." Like they'll do anything for crack.
Fascinating.
But apparently, I think that actually means like fun.
Oh,
It's just for fun. It's for crack. But yeah, it's quite funny when you do hear Irish people talking about doing crack. Anyway, fantastic. Love a bit of
Irish
random
people, why don't you
boys.
speak English? What the fuck?
All right. Just come be British with all the rest of us. It's fun. It's fun now. It's all good. It's all good. It's all forgotten and forgiven. All right, before we start political war, Kush, how you been? How you been? Episode 134. 7 days since episode 133. That's how calendars work. What you been up to?
Oh man, I finished out the newest season of Reacher on Amazon Prime. That was a good old time. And unlike most of these streaming series, they actually have like a decent ending. Usually they're all shit. But yeah, man, enjoyed the series, and then actually got to go out and saw the Queen concert, Queen Rock Montreal on the IMAX. Wasn't a true IMAX where I was, but it was like, this is a pretty big goddamn picture. Anyways, very good time was had.
So was this like an up-to-date thing? So I know we talked about it last week, I think, with Adam Levine.
No, Freddie Mercury's in this. This is a concert, I want to say from like, I can't tell if it was 74 or 77 or any year in between. But the movie itself was once upon a time released in 2007, and now they re-released it just for this weekend with special IMAX polish and tweaks to the sound to make it richer and crisper and get your bob in your head easier. Yeah.
Wait, did I say Adam Levine? Adam Levine's the Maroon 5 guy, right? He's not. He's deaf. Adam Lambert. Adam Lambert's the guy. There we go.
Okay.
Adam.
I wouldn't know the difference. I could not pick either out of a lineup, unfortunately.
One looks very whiny, and I don't know. He's just Adam Levine from Maroon 5's just got one of those faces. You know, one of those faces where you just look at someone. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I judge his cover constantly. Like, you look like such a dick. But maybe he's a really nice guy. I don't know.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
What did I do this week? Oh, I finally watched Dumb Money, because that's on, I think it's on the Flicks now. I think it's on Flicks.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember talking to you about it when you were reviewing it on this very podcast. It was good, but yeah, it was definitely missing out on the Big Short style. It definitely needed some kind of fun explanation of what the fuck they're talking about.
Yes. Yeah, I had zero idea of what was really happening. I was just following it. I understood sometimes they were up and sometimes they were down.
But I understood that the evil people, you know, the investment funds or whatever the people I knew that with GameStop stock going up, they lost money, and when it went down, they gained money. I understood that premise, but I didn't understand why. Like, how does that work? Why? Explain it to me. I know I'd be more invested in this movie, but whatever. It's just weird. Like, why is Seth Rogen a bad guy? Like, he's such a normal guy. Why is he not smoking weed? That's just very strange. But yeah, enjoyable, I guess. Enjoyable. Yeah. This week. Right, before we get into the big news of this week, you know, the big top stories, everyone's on the edge of their seat. They want to know what's going on in the world. Just a bit of housekeeping, of course. Remember, if you do want to sign up to support the podcast, become an extra Waffle member, you can go to enjoywafflebox.com/extra. This week's bonus material that you'll be getting if you are listening to us on the Patreon at the end of the show, we're talking sports, aren't we, Kush? We're big sports guys.
Big sports ball coming up.
And we're talking our top 5 sports movies. And I'm very excited to get to our list. So I'm assuming that you went the same way that I did. Did you go like, okay, these are what I think are critically the best 5 sports movies, or did you go for your personal top 5 sports movies?
Personal top 5.
Okay, cool. That's it. So we went the same angle. So if anyone gets upset, what? Why did you put that in there? Because it's our favorite. This is our favorite top 5, not the. But yeah, I actually spent a lot of time on. Well, I said a lot of time. I spent more time on this than I thought, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is a good one. Oh, that is technically a sport movie. Oh, so I think these lists can be very interesting. So if you do want to hear that, enjoy wafflebox.com/extra, and you can sign up for just $2 a month. That's 200 cents. If you are, there you go. Enjoy Waffle Box. My one's full of shit. Let me get this. I got a different design. I got a different, but yeah, enjoywafflebox.com. I really need to. I'm really annoyed at myself because I made that mug, which I have, which is currently full of pens and stuff, and then I updated the logo, and then I ordered a new mug with the new logo on, and then I changed the logo again. I don't think I'm ever going to change the logo again. I think I'm happy with where the logo is now. It looks pretty good. And so, but yeah, so
It's a proper logo.
I feel weird having
Proper
3 mugs. Like, how egotistical. I don't want 3 mugs with done podcasts. That'd be weird. And I don't even drink that much tea. I don't need 3 mugs. I'm one man.
I don't know. If anything, you could have more merchandise on you. You get the cell phone cover, you get the baseball hat, the beanie, since it's cold out there, and in the jersey of.
I do have a beanie. I just didn't wear it. I should have worn it. Maybe that's what I should be wearing it, or when I go out for work. Just, you know, while I'm earning the cash, free publicity. So they'll be like, "Why aren't you making any sales?" But yeah, listenership's up. That's good, right, boss?
Hey, thanks for everyone who's new, and thanks for everyone who's been telling a friend. And yeah, man, like I said, you love us because we do this. We do this because we love you.
Judging it on a curve, our YouTube's been blowing up recently. So if you are watching a YouTube channel, appreciate you, man. If you hit the subscribe button and all that stuff, what they do, just, yeah, all that good stuff.
I wonder if that's because we made fun of the disabled kids last week.
Did we?
I don't know.
We need to stop drinking while we record.
Oh. I feel like I was sober, but yeah, you're still correct.
But yeah, so we're going to hit the top stories jingle in a minute, but just to give you a little bit of heads up, I struggled this week. I really did. I thought this was going to be a really dry show because I rely on normally 4 or 5 websites that normally do me good. They normally give me like good 2 or 3 stories to talk about each week. This week, I don't know if anything, it's just all war and famine and this person's died and so right. These are up until I came across these 2 stories that we are going to discuss tonight. These are the top 3 stories that I could find. And you're going to get this in a minute. So number 1 was...
Number one.
Thank you, Lathan. Loose horse rounded up on Tennessee highway.
Okay.
Number 2.
Iowa man's shark sculpture becomes local tourist attraction.
Do we know what part of Iowa? I have
I,
family from Iowa. That's all.
do you think it's what? Do you think it's your family? Are they big shark fans? Your family?
No, but I bet they know this guy, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Jerry, he spent months on that fucking thing. It's
I'll let
crazy."
you know later. And
Number
then
three.
number three
Number 3.
was Australian woman wins world ugliest lawn competition.
I actually saw a photo of this woman's ugly
Oh,
lawn, and
what'd
you
it
won't
look
be
like?
shocked to find that they used the term lawn incredibly liberally. It's literally just dry dirt with a couple of weeds popping up to say hello.
Okay, yeah, I know several lawns like that just down the street. Honestly,
Yeah, it's just,
is there a car? Do we know if there was a car parked on said lawn?
no, it was just a picture of, as Lathan pointed out, just a bunch of dirt with a couple of shitty bits of grass, and then just her in the picture doing the I don't know emoji, like, "Meh. Oh dear,
Is she doing the Kevin James gimmick where she's like,
oh my bad." I don't know.
"I'm naughty"?
Now I'm kind of looking into. I don't know if is there a prize for world's ugliest lawn?
Well, I imagine this was Australia, regional to Australia only. Like they weren't going into Lompoc, California, and again finding the lawn with the dog shit and the car parked on it. Rest in peace, Lompoc.
Well, now I'm looking into it. So apparently the competition is organized by the town of Gotland in Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah.
What's Sweden knowing about shitty lawns?
See, this is how, because God damn it, Sweden, you're too damn beautiful. You know, let's all make it fun of other people's ugly shit.
I sincerely think whoever was on this board just wanted a vacation to Australia. And they're like, oh, there's a lawn we can shit on.
So there was
You
a
know,
prize. There was a prize in the world's ugliest lawn competition.
500 quid.
I would have taken that. So, as the winner, she was awarded with a pre-owned T-shirt bearing the
Pre-owned?
phrase "Proud owner of world's ugliest lawn."
Which I bet she didn't get to keep. It was just for the
No,
photo
yeah, by the
op.
sounds of it, if it's pre-owned, I'm sure they're like, right, give it back. We're going to give that to next year's winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't want to. If someone can't do the bare minimum, look after their lawn, I don't want to borrow their T-shirt.
Ooh.
Right?
I doubt they wash it either.
Exactly.
Sweden, this is weird. This is really weird for you, Sweden. Why are you being weird, Sweden?
I was going to do an accent. I won't do an accent. I always think about doing accents.
If you could do a Swedish accent, I'd be very impressed. I don't know. I've worked with a couple Swedish women. I would, can pick it out of the lineup.
Oh, Kush, I'm
Sometimes
from Sweden, yes. Oh, you're very sexy, yes. Is that it?
No. That's the cartoon
Dutch.
version, but okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hurdy, gurdy, hurdy, hurdy.
Well, that's the Swedish chef.
Hurdy, gurdy, birdie, birdie.
Turban floor.
Fact check. I'm not racist. Sesame Street is. So there you go. Right. Well, without further ado, we've got that. Let's get to the main events of this week. It's Wednesday, 24th January, and here are your top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
I still need the bubble graphic.
We do. That'll come.
I'm gonna keep saying that till someone in the SERP squad makes us a bubble graphic.
I don't know how to. I'm sure I
rush.
could do it very easily, but whatever. This week's first top
Give us
story
free
comes
labor.
to us from India.
Oh, spicy.
So what happened was a malfunction on a SpiceJet flight, which sounds for one, it's a bit, it's a bit on the nose that an Indian airline is called SpiceJet, but
Yeah. I don't feel so bad about saying spicy now when we're flying to India.
it'd be like an
What are they
Irish
talking
airline
about Spice Jet?
called Potato Air. No, okay,
No.
nothing.
No,
Anyway.
you should have gone with a Dune reference. That'd have been funnier.
whatever. Anyway, so the malfunction on this SpiceJet flight caused a passenger to be trapped in the bathroom for over an hour. Ooh. The man was on his way from Mumbai to Bengaluru on Wednesday when he became trapped in the bathroom due to a broken lock.
Yeah.
Flight crew members were unable to get the man out until they landed in Bengaluru airport when technicians intervened. The private air carrier SpiceJet expressed regret over the incident and said the passenger will get a full refund
Nice.
of his fare.
And just for some context, they say that he was stuck in the bathroom for over an hour. Well, the average flight time for this journey is 1 hour and 40 minutes. So this poor fuck literally spent the entire flight in the shitter, which in some ways makes this story even more hilarious.
Yeah, you know what? I think if he had to be stuck in any compartment of that plane, the bathroom was the best spot. And it's not like no one knew he wasn't there. Like, I mean, they don't. I'm sure they have more than just one bathroom on this plane, but still, people are going to be wrapping around. They're like, I can't get out. If you can get me out, I'd be happy to get out. Get me out. Knock knock.
You wouldn't be able to.
I knock back at you.
You wouldn't be able to grab a beer or a drink or anything. You'd be sitting in there.
Yeah, and you can't drink the water in the
good lord. No.
They definitely say don't do that.
I imagine that was a bumpy landing as well.
I once took off in a plane on the bathroom.
Oh,
that was an interesting. Yeah,
surely
it was fine. It was fine. But they frown hardly about it. But I was like,
when you got to shit.
Better while we're taking off than while we're not.
So, according to other passengers on the flight crew told the man to remain calm, not to panic. At one point, passing a note to him under the door saying, "Secure yourself. As soon as the main door is open, an engineer will come. Do not panic."
You can just tell me that through the door? How thick are these doors?
Yeah, why are you passing me a note, you weirdo? But also, secure yourself with what?
With what?
I'm right. It might be a bumpy landing, so just mummify yourself in toilet paper to cushion any falls.
I mean, they got those handrails, thankfully, for when you need to like stand up. But that's it.
Well, they're quite
if you had
small.
that much arm room, Mike.
Right, so just put your feet in the corner and the arms.
You've got like this much arm room.
Yeah, I don't know what they would do, but yeah, that's. Is there any? What do you think would be worse? Considering you don't know how long you're going to be in there. Well, I guess this guy kind of did because once the plane landed, some guys with a hammer were going to come in and get him out. So I guess he knew he was going to get out there within an hour and two. But what would you say is worse? Here or an elevator? Because an elevator is normally one that people don't like.
The elevator by a lot. I'm not worried about it falling or anything. But the question:
the plane could fall.
The plane could fall if I'm not stuck in the bathroom either. So I'm not worried about anything falling. Is what I'm saying. Okay, but if I'm stuck in the bathroom, I at least have the bathroom to use. But when I'm stuck in the elevator with who knows how many people, then we start questions happen, and I don't know that someone's going to get me out in an hour. This is not a flight that lands in 1 hour. This is just we're stuck here. Again, not worried about the elevator falling at all. But yeah, is there 6 of us in here? Is it just me? What corner do we use? Do we use a corner? Do we do it in front of the door?
I guess for this exercise, it'll be just you. You're on your own in this elevator.
Me on my own. Okay. Still worried about the bathroom. Otherwise, the elevator is the worst. The worst.
They have cameras as well.
I ain't worried about that either.
Also, if you're trapped in an airplane bathroom, you're definitely having some fun time in there, right? You I need to relieve my stress here, right?
Depends. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know if I'm doing that, honestly.
Does it count as being a member of the Mile High Club if you do it yourself?
No, it does not.
No. Why not?
Because that's strictly a 2 or more person
2 or more?
Well,
I mean, unless it's a fun time happy
it's
plane
the,
that
it is
you,
the
yeah,
friendly
private
skies
jet
after all.
maybe.
It is the friendly skies.
I would be, I would doff my hat and be very impressed if anyone managed to have a threesome in an airplane bathroom.
Well, you're definitely not fitting 3 people in the airplane bathroom, but one person could come out and another person could come in.
Ooh, like a sexy conga.
Yes.
It's like that scene from Airplane where they're taking one at a time, they're slapping that woman, except
Mm.
for they're not slapping her. They are
They're having lots of consensual sex.
they're using their fists in
Consensual.
some way, but
Oh
not
my
not
goodness.
in I'm sure that scene has happened in some kind of like X-rated spoof of Airplane.
Oh,
Surely.
yeah, most likely.
Airplane porn. Good stuff. Anyway, next top story. Right, this is not going to be. It's not a funny story, but it's a great story because
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it, right? Although I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how much money this is going to cost, but I guess whatever, right? So, as a dog owner myself, this annoys me, right? But how often do you walk around your little neighborhood in San Francisco, right? And you see dog shit on the floor, and you're like, fuck's sake, why can't someone just pick up their dog shit after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh,
the
it's been
time.
a. I've seen plenty of it. I've seen plenty of it. Not in a minute, but I've seen plenty of it, sir. So I know what you're saying.
Like I've even had the situation where I'm pretty sure I've said this, told you this before, but I've had a situation where I've seen like poop in a bag left on it. Like you did the hard bit, you put it in the bag and you tied the bag up. Just take the bag to the trash,
Mm-hmm.
leave it on the. Anyway, finally, one town in Italy, they're cracking on down
Okay.
because the government of Bolzano City and the surrounding towns in the picturesque Dolomites region is
Oh.
setting up a database of every single dog that lives in the area.
Okay.
So what has to happen is every
Glad to
dog
see
owner,
fascism hasn't died in Italy.
yeah, every dog owner. We don't talk about that bit of the situation.
I guess not.
But every dog owner has to submit DNA sample of their dogs for it to be registered. Then what will happen is a dog shit found on the ground will be DNA tested, traced back to the dog and its owner,
Are
and the
you
owner will
serious?
be fined.
That's so. I
It's pretty
imagine
fucking
part of the
weird, but it's
fine includes the DNA, the cost of the DNA test. This seems like
you'd
a
like to think
wild
so.
waste of city resources.
Well, I guess it maybe or not because it says so. Any dog owner who's found to have dog shit in a public place
Mm-hmm.
and not been picked up could be fined anywhere between 50 and 500 euros. I don't know what is it the size of the shit? I don't know. It depends
I
on the
imagine
50
it's
or
a
500.
I imagine the more you get caught, the higher the ticket gets.
This story gets even more bizarre because this I don't know how they come up with this shit. So you're thinking, right? Well, if you don't want this, just don't keep your dog's DNA. What can they
Mm-hmm.
do, right? But apparently, any owners refusing to comply and not give the DNA sample could be fined up to 1,048 euros, which is very specific. I don't understand where they come up with that fucking number, but there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, I like the fact that people that leave their dog shit on the outside, they need to be taken to the town square and flogged. They need
Or
to
at
be
least
put,
have dog shit thrown at them.
yeah, or yeah, put in the what they called the things
Stocks.
with the stocks. Put them in the stocks and have people throw shit at them. I like that idea.
Mhm.
But yeah, the whole just
How would they
the
know
dog's
if the
DNA on the
dog
file is
has
weird.
been registered? Like, is it just part of the collar now, or like, is there a like how would they know that you have complied with this and gotten your dog's DNA submitted?
I don't know, maybe it's a special tag because I know I've been given one that I don't use, but we have a special tag that I can put on my dog's collar that proves that she's been like done for rabies and stuff, so she's clean and she's good and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe they'll do that. They'll be like, "Hey, put this on your dog's collar.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe he doesn't really go
No.
into that much information.
Oh.
But there's crazy Italians going around
I
on
don't
their
know enough
scooters.
about the Dolomite region to know like how out of control is this? Like New Jersey, New York, Florida, San Francisco, Los Angeles, especially. Like, yeah, man, dog shit for miles. Um, I don't know how you would enforce any of this.
Also, wasn't Dolomite? Wasn't that like a black exploitation movie?
Yes,
Oh,
it's also an anteater. A Dolomite is an anteater.
Just the facts, ma'am.
yeah, we're learning today.
Mhm.
What was that? Was that why the fella named himself Dolomite, or was it just a happy coincidence? But
You
is
know,
that slang for something? Hey, I'm an anteater.
no, they bring up why he calls himself Dolomite in the Netflix movie with Eddie Murphy, but I forget what happened. But there is a reason why he's called Dolomite.
I wonder if it's still on Netflix. I might have to go back and watch that again. I seem to remember. I don't remember much from the movie, but I remember enjoying it.
Which movie?
Dolomite with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, no, that's a Netflix original, and got a bunch of Golden Globe awards. So yeah, it should be there.
Willy nilly passing about. One day I was cruising through Netflix and I saw what show was it? I can't remember what show it was, but it was a HBO original. And I was like, why the fuck is HBO originals on Netflix? Bizarre.
Because Warner Brothers licensed all their content out,
Oh
so they
yeah,
can make
because
money.
they're hemorrhaging money. That's right. That's right. And apparently they're going to try to pay millions upon millions upon millions to get the NBA rights. But no one watches NBA anymore. No one gives a shit.
Well, they already have it through TNT though. Are
But
they
I
going
think
to
the
and NBA TV as well?
but I think
That's
the
weird.
rights are coming up for next year, so they have to
Dig it,
renew them.
of course. Okay.
But here's a why is it word on the street? Because everyone loves wrestling. Not going to get too much into this, but word on the street is that apparently because WBD
Mhm.
Warner Discovery Brothers, whatever the
Warner
fuck it's
Brothers
called.
Discovery.
Warner Brothers
Yeah.
Discovery. There we go. They want as much live shit on their stuff. Word on the street is that if they don't get NBA, if they lose the rights to NBA, that they will go in for Monday Night Raw to put that on their network.
Oh, well, okay.
And they also have the rights to all elite wrestling stuff. So WWE and AEW could be on the same network come next year.
So that's a conflict of interest, and I do not see that happening then.
Well, it depends on contracts. I mean, there's nothing stopping it.
Uh, well, again, you're right. It's a whole new regime now.
Because
It's not Vince in
the
charge. Vince is in charge.
US, was it the USFL, whatever it's called now, since they merged with the XFL? That's on the same networks as NFL.
Interesting. Are they on at the same time though?
No.
So they're at different points of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a conflict of interest
Well, why be a conflict of interest if Raw's on Monday night and Dynamite's on Wednesday night?
because they're two different competing companies. They are absolutely competing. The USFL and the XFL, if they're not even on the same calendar, they're not competing.
Or whatever. I thought it'd be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. More
No,
next.
it's
I know
very
you
interesting.
guys
I just don't foresee
want
it
to keep
happening.
hot on the press of wrestling TV rights because that's fascinating. Anyway,
Yeah. We got the Royal Rumble coming up soon.
I know. I can't wait. I'm gonna
Oh, that
go
was a
to
question mark.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's this coming Saturday, and I'm going
Okay.
to a alcoholic beverage distribution center, and I'm going to be enjoying that with my wrestling pals.
The ABDC. Very nice.
Yeah, I'll write that down. ABDC. And I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna rip off ACDC's t-shirt. I'm gonna make it a t-shirt.
Ooh.
Boom,
Dude.
put it on the merch store. Enjoywafflebox.com/shop. Support the pod. Support the pod. Speaking of people achieving, well, actually, we wasn't speaking about anyone achieving anything, but I guess the government of Bolzano City are achieving things about being Big Brother, but to dogs, because they're like, well,
Oh yeah, that's right. The dogs.
the dogs. We were talking about the dogs.
Yeah, I'm happy with there being no dog shit. I don't know. Yeah,
This is the right way
we'll have to come back to this one.
Yeah. Yep. But now we're going to move our attention to people achieving things in their life by doing things that no one's done before, doing things better than anyone else did before. And then an Irish brewery gives them a certificate and they could be all proud about themselves in this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
You know, I honestly thought you were singing to a certain beat in your head there. That's why I started strumming the guitar. But then you just went. But it was a very strong start. It was a very strong start.
Good. Because if it wasn't a strong start, that's another podcast. You should check that out. Not a strong start. You're welcome. This week's Dumb World Record brings to us to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where an outlet store has decided to celebrate its 40th birthday in a big way by creating the world's largest bobblehead.
Oh, wow.
So Ollie's outlet store supersized their beloved founder and mascot when they revealed a 16-foot, 6.73-inch, fully functional bobblehead.
Fucking hell.
And then I love this piece of attention in here. Just in
Size of a
case you're
house.
you're thinking, oh my God, how big is
Oh, I definitely
16
wanna know.
foot 6 inches? I can't picture that in my head. Thankfully, this article puts that's not much shorter than the average giraffe. Oh, that's it. Boom.
Oh,
What
really?
great point of reference.
We went with a giraffe.
Great point of reference to the average man. How,
was
compared to your average giraffe, how big is this?
It's just under a 2-story house. Why would you go with a giraffe? Where did the San Diego Zoo make this article?
No, I want to start comparing more things in my world to giraffes. All right, how far is it to the bar? Oh, about 16 giraffes.
Yeah.
Oh,
there is that meme out there on Facebook where Americans will use anything but the metric system. And
Oh,
then
the old
someone
favorite
types
is
in
like,
there-
oh, it's like 3 football fields.
Yeah. You come within 3 humpback whales of me and say that shit, stupid.
So apparently the store sold regular sized bobbleheads at one point and thought it would be a fun and quirky way to celebrate their birthday.
Why do I feel that one day we're going to see a Netflix documentary about a guy that laundered money by spending a fuck ton of it on creating a 16-foot bobblehead of himself? This has got to be some grade A sociopath shit, right?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either.
Yeah, I was going to say I hope, but that might be the wrong word.
No.
But the way in the article says their beloved founder, either he's dead,
Oh.
or that's some egotistical sociopath like that. I
I'm
am
going
your
ego.
beloved founder. Come worship the giant bobblehead.
Joke's on him. We really took it from a Bob's Big Boy, and then we just put a spring in the head. We kept the whole 20,000. It was amazing.
Well, it does give some specifications, just in case you're wondering how much time and how much effort it would make to create a fully functional bobblehead as tall as your average giraffe. So the creation took 4 months and included 3D modeling, hand sculpting, carving, and painting. It took 480 hours to machine cut and hand sculpt 40 sheets of 4 by 8 foot light density foam to ensure a perfect replica of the original bobblehead. Crafting the bobblehead also required a 6-foot long coil spring and 10.5 gallons of custom paint.
Yeah. I mean,
That seems like way too much effort and far too much money. Just put up a banner. Happy 40th birthday.
Just put up a banner. Yes. Also, yes.
Because don't get me wrong, I don't think this is going to do much for the store. Because hey, if ever for some reason I'm in Harrisburg, I might go. Let's go check out the big fucking bobblehead. But I'm not going to Harrisburg just to look at the bobblehead.
No,
So,
it's
like-
definitely a you're passing through town gimmick.
So what's the point? This seems like such a waste of fucking money.
Just come in, buy some bobbleheads. Maybe find out how to get your own custom bobblehead like Fish.
Well, it said they used to sell. I hope they brought those little bobbleheads back, because if you're going to go there, see the big bobblehead, you want to take a little bobblehead away with you.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're not doing bobbleheads anymore. They just
They have to bring the bobblehead back.
that's just how they
sure.
started. I guess I don't know.
So there you go.
I definitely hope it's an ego gimmick, and in the spirit of ego, yeah, I would like a 16-foot bobblehead of myself as well. I mean, look at this. Wouldn't this
Yeah,
be
I was
great
about
just
to-
in my front lawn?
I was about to say, just sitting next
Also,
to
I'm huge.
Also, like, is it blurred? For those watching the YouTube version, you can see Kush stand next to an Oscar in his own likeness, but without the beard. But I don't know whether it's blurred out or if you have a sword-shaped penis.
So it's not blurred out. I believe that's my thigh gap. But you know what? I'm gonna say it's my penis anyways.
It looks like something squished it in the middle.
Well, no, it's clear. Come on, man. Look, that's between both my legs there. But yeah, I'm gonna say right here.
But okay, yeah, I can see it's between your legs, but like if you go all the way to the top of your thigh gap, there's like a kind of a blurry,
That's a
obscure
reflection.
area.
It's a statue. It's shiny. That's the reflection.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of statues with penises. Come on,
My penis is very shiny.
give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that wraps up this first half of Waffle Box. Oh, episode 134. We'll be right back. With the middle of the show quiz and movie review and all that good stuff. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Take a fresh-baked chocolate chip cookie, some luscious vanilla ice cream, another cookie, and lots of pure chocolate chips. And you have Chipwich. It's at your grocery store. The original Chipwich ice cream sandwich. It's outrageous.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
So if your average giraffe is like taller than 16 foot, why would you use that as a point of reference? That's still confusing me. Like if the average giraffe was 16 foot and they said, oh, that's the size of an average giraffe, that would make sense. But it's not even. Anyway, welcome back to Waffle Box. Here's the middle of the show. It's perfect time if you ask me to play the middle of the show quiz. And this week's birthday boy. Ooh, let's see if you know this name. I hope you do.
Okay, standing by.
It's Dwight Schultz's 77th birthday today.
Dwight Schultz's?
Dwight Schultz.
Mm-mm.
Ooh. Right. Okay. I could give you clues to who he is, but that might ruin some of the questions. So I think we're just gonna have to go in. We have to rip the Band-Aid off, baby.
This is not Charles Schultz, the guy who created Peanuts and Charlie Brown and Snoop. This is Dwight Schultz.
Dwight Schultz.
Okay, let's do it. I don't know who this is, but let's go.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Right, Latham. Let's just get straight into it. Hit the music. So, question number one.
Number one.
I don't think you're going to get this until question number two, but whatever. Dwight Schultz was born in Baltimore, Maryland, which was where HBO's The Wire was set. How much does a gram of heroin cost on the streets?
It's been a while since I had to buy a gram of heroin. $25.
According to, I can't even remember which website. I actually did Google this. Apparently, it's around $60 to $100 apparently for a gram.
For a gram of heroin?
Yeah, apparently
Holy
so.
shit!
I know.
Wow.
Don't do it, kids. That's why.
I can't imagine that being bigger than a gram of weed. And that's oof. You can get that for $9 now.
More than your average giraffe poop. Question number two.
Number two.
Number two.
Here we go. This might be where the penny drops for you.
All right.
Dwight Schultz played H.M. Murdoch in the hit TV show The A-Team
Okay.
between 1983 and 1987?
Howlin' Mad Murdoch. That's
What
the
did
HM
the
stands
HM stand for?
Howlin' Mad. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, that was correct.
I'm a wealth of emotions here, Mike. What just happened?
Oh, you got that one right. Question number 3.
Number 3.
In the fictional world of the A-Team, in which war did Murdoch fly helicopters as part of the United States Army?
Vietnam.
He with a name. He with a name. You weren't there, man. You had to be there. Name. Great soundtrack. Great soundtrack, that war.
That's the best soundtrack any war's ever had.
Fantastic. Question number 4.
Number 4.
Dwight Schultz also ventured into space as Lieutenant Reginald Barclay in which 2 Star Trek franchises?
Oh, fuck. Well, I know he's in Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm going to guess Deep Space Nine as well.
Ooh. Next Generation is correctamundo. He also appeared in First Contact, if I remember correctly.
That's the movie, though, which is also still The Next Generation.
But yes, but he was in the TV show Next Generation. And he also appeared in Voyager.
Really? How did he do that?
I don't know. Wikipedia says so.
I don't know. It would have had to have been the first episode because, you know, they're lost. Like,
just email complaints@wikipedia.com.
All right, well, I'm questioning this negative point, sir. I think I got this one right, Mike Fish.
This is question number 5.
All right.
Number 5.
This might be my new favorite question I've ever come up with for a middle of the show quiz.
Okay.
Dwight Schultz voiced Constantine in the movie Barbie Starlight Adventure, the animated movie. In the movie, the prophecy has foretold that someday the stars will cease their cosmic dance and go out unless the One can start them glowing again and restore order to the galaxy. Shockingly, Barbie turns out to be the One and manages to get the stars to light up again. But how does she do this?
Magic?
Close. No, so it turns out that the stars lose their light because they're sad, and Barbie performs a dance to cheer them up.
A magic dance?
I don't know. I must admit, I missed this one. I didn't get to see. Although, hopefully, Margot Robbie does the live action version. That'd be quite nice. But unfortunately, Kush, your Dwight Schultz knowledge isn't quite there. So unfortunately, you are a loser.
You lose.
I feel this is a very suspect game today, Mike. I don't know. I feel like I won that one.
I was struggling with that one. I was very lucky to come on the Barbie Starlight shit, but I'm sure now you're gonna have to watch it, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Is it?
Will I win? Will I win the game retroactively?
No. Barbie.
No.
Starlight Adventure. Oh, it came in 2016. It's oh, fuck this shit. Oh, you have to like buy it for like $4 or rent it on.
And what is it, like 22 minutes?
Barbie Starlight Adventure runtime 79 minutes.
79 minutes for that?
Lord,
shit? $4 though. Okay, for $4, that's not a bad price. If you have a Barbie fan in the house.
No, thankfully I don't. So,
not yet. You don't.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. All right,
You're right.
It's now time to get some action going. It's time to pit 4 celebrities up against each other and see which one comes out on top in this week's Celebrity Battle Royale.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Celebrity Battle Royale. And the woven theme continues from the middle of the show quiz. Since I thought, you know what, this would be a fun one to do. Let's pit the 4 members of the A team against each other. Ooh. So if you're not familiar with the segment, basically what I have to do, I give Kush 4 names and he has to tell me in this battle royale in which order they're eliminated and who comes out as the winner at the end of the week. Hopefully he doesn't, cop out like he did last week where we had
how dare
a no
you, sir.
contest.
How dare you?
Ugh.
That.
Yeah.
How dare all of you? How dare all of you?
You people. So yeah, just in case you're not familiar with the A team, I will give a roll call, but these are 4 contestants this week. So we have John Hannibal Smith, who he's the guy, if you're not familiar, he's the guy who always smokes a cigar and he loves it when a plan comes together. We have Arthur Templeton Faceman Peck, who I can't remember why he was called Faceman, but I guess he was the better looking of the 4. Maybe that's it.
He was a handsome man of words.
He was a ladies' man.
Yeah.
And then we have the aforementioned Howling Mad Murdoch. And then we have B.A. Baracus, aka Mr. T, Mr. Jewelry Man. Did you know what B.A. stood for?
Bad attitude. But his name is Bosco.
Bosco Albert.
Mm-hmm.
I never trust a man with 2 first names. That's if anything, it should be the other way around. Like if you said, "Oh, my name's Albert Bosco," I'd be like, "Oh, that's a pretty cool name." Bosco Albert. I don't know. Whatever. Is that his? No, it's not. But is that what's Mr. T's real name?
Mister.
My name's Mr. T. First name Mr. Second name T. What is his real name? Oh, for fuck's sake. His name is Mr. T. Like, he changed his name to Mr. T. Like, legally, his name is Mr. T. Do you know what his real name, like his birth name was, I guess, shall we say?
What was his birth name?
Lawrence Tureaud. Tureaud. Sounds French Canadian to me. Don't trust him. Anyway. So, yeah. Hannibal, Faceman, Howling Mad, and B.A. Baracus. Kush. How does this fight go down? The infighting.
Well, the guys get together, and B.A. Baracus has a panic attack that's so intense he just passes out because they told him he was going to get on a helicopter with H.M. Murdoch.
I get on a plane.
Who then gets thrown over the ring, H.M. Murdoch does, by the Face Man, and then Hannibal Smith just karate chops Face Man right in the bridge of the nose, disabling him permanently and disfiguring him forever. And then Hannibal Smith lights up a cigar and says, "I love when a plan comes together." The end.
I was thinking, because this is a battle royale, there's no disqualification. So I think, he just like lights up a cigar and then like burns someone in their face, like and they tap out.
That's really not his style.
He always I know some cigars are big, but I always remember in my head, whenever he would put a cigar in his mouth, it would always be like
you have to like unhinge
2
his
sides
jaw.
of 2 big. Yeah. Get smaller cigars. Hannibal. Why was his name Hannibal? Did he like to eat people?
No, that's his code name, and he's named after the general. I forget if the general's Italian or French or whatever. Hannibal, the guy who came in, won the war on a bunch of horses. Or elephants. Excuse me, elephants.
So it's funny. It was always funny because there's a beer called John Smith's.
Okay.
And I always thought it was his. Didn't like it though. It's kind of like it's kind of it's a bitter. I don't like bitters. Have you ever tried a bitter beer?
Well, I'm sure I have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Disgusting. Although, but to be fair, maybe if I tried it now, I might like it because my taste buds had to find. I used to hate Guinness, and now I do love a good pint.
I'm sure it's an acquired taste, but like you would need to be exposed to a bunch of times before you like. Then you expect to taste that every time.
Do you know, I found out before we get into your movie review, right? So,
the singling.
So look, I'm drinking
Is that
Yingling
MacLeod?
premium beer.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is I
recognize the
always
Yingling.
drink because this is my house beer because it's cheap. And then someone left round after New Year's, someone left bottles of Yingling traditional lager. So this is traditional lager.
Shit. Look at
premium
you,
beer,
Hollywood.
right? And so I've been drinking this to get this out, you know. But I drank this bottle of Yingling traditional lager, and then after that, I turned over to the cans of the Yingling premium beer, and it tastes like shit.
Can does now?
Yeah, the one Yingling has ruined the other Yingling for me. Yeah? What the fuck? That's some kind of fucked up shit that brewery's running. What the hell? Why are you ruining your own beer? Doesn't make any sense. But I'll drink it anyway because I pay for it and I'm not getting up because I
have
late.
to imagine it's the same as going from a Miller High Life to a Bud Light. He's like, what? I knew I was gonna get a different taste, but goddamn,
Why would you drink both those beers?
Miller High Life is the champagne of beers, sir. That's why I would drink that.
Bud
Light, it's usually what the fatties are drinking at the parties I'm at.
I don't know if it's still the same right now, but if you are in the Brooklyn area of New York City, there is a bar in the Carroll Gardens area. I can't remember what the bar's called now, but they used to sell Miller High Life for like $4, which for Brooklyn that's pretty cheap. So I did divulge. That's the wrong word.
Divulge.
Whatever. I drank them.
There you go.
There we go.
You indulged.
Indulged. There we go. All right, let's move this truck along.
All right.
It's now time for that segment that Kush reviews a movie in the segment that we call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
Yes, welcome to Kush's Movie Review. If you are watching the standalone version on the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a note in the comments, let us know what you thought about the review or what you thought about the movie. This week's movie in question is aka International Space Station, a movie about the International Space Station. I'm really struggling to come up with some jokes for these movies lately.
It probably helps if you actually see the movie and then just do the opposite of that. But it's fine. It's fine.
Does it star George Clooney and Sandra Bullock in that movie? That space movie.
That's Gravity. Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd have been nice.
Oh, that scene where one of them lets go of the other one. I can't remember which one lets go of one of them.
George Clooney ends up drifting off into space.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense because there's no gravity. Like, if once she let him go, he would just stay there. She would have had to push him away.
Already being propelled because of an explosion. They were tethered together. They were both going to float off, and he was like, "You need to grab that thing." I mean, it's a long story. No, it made sense why he flew off.
It's like space Titanic. So much.
Yeah, sure, that's fair. But
so yeah,
unfortunately, we're not talking about that.
Welcome to this week's movie review: Space Titanic. Story. Anyway, Kush, what's International Space Station about?
International Space Station. It is a strangely rated R. I didn't find anything graphic about this. I didn't find it. There's some violence, but I see more violence in a Marvel movie, a PG-13 Marvel movie. 95 minutes long.
Pitching.
Yeah, I don't have anything where I say, I wish this was longer. I wish this was shorter. 95 minutes. It's not bad. This is directed by Gabriella Copperweight. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I couldn't pronounce it the way it was spelled, so I did it phonetically. Miss Copperweight, if you think you've heard about her before, she directed the documentary from 2013 called Black Water, which ultimately got SeaWorld shut down. Yeah,
That's a shame.
lot of bad stuff happening to those killer whales and the dolphins and all that, and she exposed a lot of the corruption coming out of San Diego SeaWorld. Anyways, this is written by a gentleman named Nick Shafir. He hasn't really written anything. This movie does star Academy Award winner Ariana DeBose, a gentleman named Chris Messina, who I swear I know that name, but I couldn't point him out on the lineup. That's the third time I've said that tonight. And then the gentleman from Game of Thrones that we all knew as Euron Greyjoy, his name is Palau Asbak. I don't know. There's that weird thing in the middle of his last name with an A and an E, and they form together. I don't know how that's pronounced, but Euron Greyjoy is in this. Anyways,
wait, that's a real thing. People actually put that in names. I thought that was like some Elon Musk child
he's
shit.
Dutch. He's Dutch or Danish. He's very European, Mike Fish. Although I don't even know that Dutch and Danes are in Europe anymore. Anyways, so it's real simple. The ISS is a thing, the International Space Station. Some American astronauts are on their way to meet a team of Russian cosmonauts so they can do another group science thing that astronauts do on the ISS. As the Americans arrive after their first day, nuclear war breaks out on the planet to the point where they're just watching through their little space capsule, and the Earth goes very quickly from blue to fiery red. Immediately, both teams are sent an encrypted message saying, make sure you take over the station. Get that station for your country. And then this movie should be full of thrills and chills and who can you trust and them against that and us against who. And this movie is very boring. This movie is very boring. I was looking forward to it. It was on my top 3 of movies in the first quarter I was hoping to enjoy. I don't think I was looking that forward to it for it to be this much of a disappointment. The special effects are really nice. If anything, I would love to see a behind the scenes making to see how these folks are literally floating down the hallway. Space shots look nice. Of course, the Earth turning into a nuclear holocaust is very terrifying. Again, I'd love to see how all that is made, but the plot and the story, it has a lot to be desired. I wanted to like this movie. It's not the worst movie I've seen so far, but this is so far been a bit. Week 3 of the year of 2024 is just as disappointing as the previous 2 weeks. So I wish I could give this a better review, but it's a 2 out of 5 for ISS. And again, Ariana DeBose, Academy Award winner. She's awesome. Our man Euron Greyjoy, he is a fun actor that you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy in anything these days. And that's all I'm going to leave about him. Again, I don't know who Chris Messina was in this movie, but Mike Fish, you usually have questions.
Before I get to any of those, I just pulled up a thing here. Let me. Apparently, this is how to pronounce the AE sound.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right. So this is a YouTube video from the channel Pronunciation with Emma. That sounds like a fun channel. So this is what she says. So this is her talking.
You open wide, okay? You open wide and you go really wide. That's the sound we need, but cut it short.
Oh.
Don't smile.
Oh, don't smile.
So it's really open.
Danish.
Apple. Facts. Facts.
Behave, madam.
Man.
That man is bad.
That man is bad.
That man is bad.
I don't know. Is this helping me?
I hope you've enjoyed this British pronunciation video.
What?
I will see you next lesson.
This is the British pronunciation? Ooh.
So it's an A.
It's just It's just just A-H.
Ah. Ah.
Asback. Is that how I just call him Asback?
Should I type?
Yeah.
Should I type that word into?
Please.
I'll type that. Maybe I'll type that into. I'll get Lathan, wink wink, to try to pronounce it. Shall I?
Yeah, why not?
See what happens if I just put in that little ready? Generate.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, he says hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Well, that's AI. I don't trust that. I pronounce I'm gonna go pronunciation with Emma.
Well,
Shout out to
put in
pronunciation
the whole
with
name. Put in the whole name. Asback.
Right, here we go. Right. International Space Station movie. Let's find his name. So I can copy and paste that. Oh, that is a hell of a name. That looks like. Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, again, dude, he's Euron Greyjoy. He was like the best villain for the last 2-3 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Is that where I know him from?
You do know he was also he's been in a review. The John Cena Jackie Chan flick. He was the bad guy in that.
That might be actually, which is shameful, but that might be actually where I know him more than Game of Thrones. All right, Lathan, can you pronounce this guy's name?
Palo Espec.
Palo Espec.
Espec.
So there you go. This has been Kush's review and how to pronounce words or letters. Technically, I don't know. Is that a letter? Is it? Can you claim that's one letter when you just smush? That's when you're cheating at spelling, surely. Can you spell this with X amount of letters and you just smush 2 letters together?
2 vowels, nonetheless.
Oh, now I want to go on Wheel of Fortune. I'd like to buy a vowel, please. And see if they give me both.
We don't have any Dutch words on this. We keep telling you there's no Dutch words in the puzzle tonight.
But that might be a loophole. Maybe you get your A and E's come up. Boom, boom, boom. Now Vanna White has to push the button. There you go. Anyway, if you've shit movie, but hopefully this review has been educational. So now when you go to Scandinavia and you see that little word or 2 letters smushed together, you'll be like, I know how to pronounce that. You just start screaming at random people. Well, fair enough. I'm feeling pretty good. Shall we talk about a feel good? Shall we talk about a story that's supposed to gonna send people home all feeling warm and fuzzy inside?
Let's do that.
In this week's feel good story of the week.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel-good story comes to us from Japan, the land of the rising sun, where Japan Airlines has named a woman, you believe it, Kush, Mitsuko Totori, as its next president. For the first time, a rare appointment for a major Japanese firm and global airlines to have a woman as its president. Now, even though, boom, that's a pretty good story already. Boom, feel good. Women are doing it for themselves. Right? It's good stuff. But, do you know what makes this story even better? Which is going to make you feel even warm and fuzzier inside. So not only has Mitsuko Totori become one of the first women presidents of a major airline, what makes this even more special is that Mitsuko-san, first joined the airline in 1985. What a year I was born. She joined the company as a flight attendant.
Okay.
What? And then
Almost from the ground
38
up.
short years later, she is now the president. Despite some improvements, very few major airlines have women in senior leadership positions. And she said that she hoped her promotion would give other women the courage to pursue the next step in their careers.
Okay.
Boom. There you go.
Congratulations, Mitsuko-kun.
Bless you. But yeah, it's pretty good. You know, even I guess the cherry on top of the fact is the women bit. That's nice. But I love the fact, fuck man, someone literally, like you say, almost from the ground up. You know, she wasn't. I don't think she loaded bad, but by a tenant. Now she's president of the company. Pretty badass. So shout out to you.
That is.
She's a big fan. She's a big fan of the show.
Yeah, that is good success. That is good success.
Sisters are living for themselves.
Copyright.
Stand on own 2 feet. Love that song. Who is that?
I don't know. I want to say the Pointer Sisters, but I'm 100%
You know what? I was thinking the Pointer Sisters as well. So if it's not, that's really weird. Anyway. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. That's just going to be like in my head now. Anyway, that wraps up. It was nice. It was nice, concise. We very toy like a tiger episode. We got everything in, and we nailed it.
All
Less
right.
than an hour and 10.
I feel good about
Get
that.
us.
Yeah, man.
Boom. But yes, of course, don't forget and stick around if you are an Extra Waffle member. Go to enjoywaffle.com/extra. $2 a month will get you the bonus material and early podcasts as well. So you don't have to wait till Wednesday. You can get it even earlier than that. Awesome. So yeah, once we all wrap up here, we will be breaking down our top 5 sports movies. But in the meantime, if you do want more Kush, word on the street is that you're recording a new podcast. There might be a new microdose coming out this week.
Oh yeah, we got Drew Angelman coming back to the show, and we're going to talk about yesterday's Academy Award announcements. There was the movie about that woman who's feeling neglected, and that one movie about exposing the cover-up, and that one movie about those people that are down on their luck but rise to the occasion, and that one movie where we just get close-ups of the guy's face. Crazy fucking year. We're gonna break it all down on this Friday's microdose.
Marvelous. But yeah, don't forget, go to enjoywafflebox.com for all the links how you can support the show, wherever you want to be monetarily, by going to an Extra Waffle member or just buying some sweet swag. You might be able to get an ABDC t-shirt soon. That'd be pretty sweet. But if you can't support us monetarily, that's absolutely fine. You can support us by just listening. You support us by listening. Tell a friend, share the podcast on your social media feed, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your pets. We do appreciate you. Thank you very much for listening and or watching. Follow me at OnlyMikeFish on Twitter/X. You can follow him at Steve Cushford
Hayes.
Cushford. I always, for some reason, in my brain, I keep calling you Christopher. Cushford Hayes.
You called me a couple different names there. That was amazing. It was like watching
Like
go through the
Rolodex.
Rolodex.
Wow.
Is only 134 of these.
It's Dave. 134 episodes. I have no idea what your name is. Yeah, go on Facebook. Cushford
By the way,
Hayes.
it's also right there if you forgot.
No one reads that. We should have like cool name tags. Like maybe that'll be hello, my name is. I should have used a fake name. I do regret that. I don't know why, but anyway, that's my thing. But it's a good night from me. It's good night from him, Lathan. Say good night to everyone, please.
Good night to everyone, Lathan.
Funny, yeah, funny. You're so funny.
I laughed. He's never done that before. That's funny.
I think he's a wise guy. It's because I try to make him pronounce. He's still upset. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.